Good morning. It's Thursday. It's the 13th of November. And we're reminded that just because you're our ally doesn't always mean you're our friend. And Donald Trump is pointing this out at the moment. That the UK has always claimed to be, we're your allies. The minute your back's turned, we're bending you over and taking you from behind. I mean, these people are... If you think for 1 minute the B case is a unique case against the US, you're sadly mistaken. Because this is far deeper. What the B did to Trump's speech is the tip of the iceberg. The B is a corrupt organisation run by people that have an interest in things they shouldn't have an interest in. Do your own research. They protect people that are involved in things they shouldn't be involved in. And they are not an unbiased news source. That's from top to bottom. And what we're looking for is the truth, whether we like it or not. And we're not getting it. We're getting a biased judgment of it. And it's very clear in the way they're trying to defend it. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Drew.
Well, good morning, Charlie. Well, the single biggest bit of news today, the record-breaking 43-day US government shutdown is over. Donald Trump signed the funding bill Wednesday night after the House passed it 222 to 209. Federal workers will receive back pay, major agencies will reopen, but key issues like healthcare subsidies remain unresolved and will resurface in January.
Well, this is very important. I had this conversation earlier that we talk about the government is open. Now, during this lockdown, this shutdown, this whatever you want to call it, Donald Trump has managed to weed out the old system behind the scenes. Now, in the United Kingdom, you have the House of Commons, you have the House of Lords. Most people are oblivious to Whitehall. Whitehall is the engine where nobody changes. And these are the people that are being removed in the UK and in America. These are the bureaucrats that are unelected, but they run everything. Now in America, they've gone. So the part that used to run America, you thought you voted for either Democrat or Republican. But the machine behind it, they control whatever happened. As I've said before, both cheeks of the same backside. So that now this whole shutdown has given Trump the time to remove the bad, corrupt system. And we'll see what happens now. Very interesting times.
And next, President Trump has declared he wants healthcare funds to bypass insurance companies entirely. In a fiery statement, he said insurance companies are not to be paid. The money should go directly to the people so they can buy their own healthcare. He accuses Obamacare of being a scandal and said insurers' stocks have gone up 1,000% because of the government, quote, stupidly pays them so much money. Expect this to ignite a major policy fight in Congress.
There's so much going on behind the scenes right now that people don't see. And this is what we're trying to bring to your attention of what's happening. People don't see so much of what's happening because it has to be done this way. Otherwise, people get upset. But we're going to see a lot more unfold through the rest of this year, 2025 and 2026. We'll try and point you in the right direction to see what's really going on. Paul.
Kazakhstan's parliament has voted to ban what it calls LGBTQ propaganda, saying the move is meant to protect children from harmful content. The bill, which also targets materials linked to paedophilia, still needs Senate approval before reaching President Tokoyev, who supports traditional values. Supporters say it's about safeguarding children's morality, while human rights groups call it a violation of international commitments. If signed into law, Kazakhstan would join countries like Hungary and Russia in restricting public LGBTQ expression.
There's a lot of stuff out there at the moment that is there to deceive and there to distract, because there's so much going on. I've told you this for a long time. But I think my favourite piece of distraction is Mamdani in New York. What faith do you think he is, Paul?
Oh, I dare to guess maybe...
No, he's just, you'd never guess that, would you?
No? Wow. I did not see that one coming, Charlie.
No, they're very deceptive, these people. They're very clever. But these are all things that would point out, do your own research. Don't take my word for it. The world was led to believe that he was a Muslim extremist. I suppose a Muslim extremist could be called Jewish. Could be called Jewish. I didn't know that, but news to me. I'm also going to give a little shout out to a young lady in the UK. On Instagram and also on TikTok, called the Scout Oracle. Check her out. She's a young lady who doesn't believe what people say, but checks everything out and verifies it. She's doing amazing work right now to do with digital ID. Check her out, and I take my hat off to young ladies like this who question everything. She's doing a good job. Well done. And if you want to come on the show, we'd love to have you here.
And speaking of digital IDs, Charlie, still in Washington, a major tech milestone today. Apple has officially launched digital ID, allowing Americans to add their passport and certain state IDs directly to the Apple Wallet. It's now accepted at more than 250 TSA checkpoints, marking a massive step towards a wallet-free future. Note to self, get rid of your Apple phones.
Well, my next story is quite grim. Italian prosecutors are investigating shocking claims that wealthy foreigners paid up to €100,000 to take part in sniper safaris during the 1990 siege of Sarajevo. According to reports, gun enthusiasts from Italy, the US and Russia allegedly fired at civilians with a grim price list assigning different amounts for men, women and children. Authorities are now working to identify participants and pursue charges of aggravated homicide and cruelty.
And my final story today is a personal one, because back in 2014, I got attacked long before I had this channel for questioning MH370, the Malaysian airline that crashed and disappeared. And I was demanding the manifest to find out who was on board, but they weren't very forthcoming. It's amazing that 11 years later, the truth is beginning to come out. And this wasn't an accident. This was done on purpose because of the people on board. We now know that. And I'm very happy that at long last, it'll come out. And for those people who are saying, oh, don't bring that up because it's bad for the people who lost loved ones. I know what it's like to lose a loved one. I lost my son. I know what it's like. Truth is very, very important in life. That we find out the truth. And bit by bit, we will get to the truth. It's just very sad. It's taken 11 years to get there.
And speaking about truth, Charlie, the political storm surrounding the Epstein files continues to escalate. Representative Thomas Massey is expected to secure the final signature needed for a discharge petition that would force a vote to release the full Epstein documents to the public. House Democrats have already released new emails including allegations Epstein claimed Donald Trump knew about the girls, allegations which Speaker Mike Johnson dismissed as, quote, another publicity stunt. Meanwhile, newly surfaced emails also claim Bill Clinton never visited the island, added yet another twist to the saga already heavy with speculation.
That was the news on Thursday, the 13th of November. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.
Take care.
Bye bye.